Yo, what's up, chat? What's going on, YouTube? We are live, just as you guys asked. We did a little poll in the community, and you guys said you liked this time, so I'm here. Doesn't mean that I won't be streaming on Wednesday, by the way. I might be doing that too. I just don't know yet 100% what I'm doing. So yeah. I wonder if this is a thing. It might be, it might not be. Streaming this early. Morning, Gonzalez. What's up, man? Clifford Gonzalez. Tofik, what up, what up? Good morning, guys. Oh, it's early in most places. At least west ways. All the east is already towards the evening. Wake and bake? I wish. I've been sick. If I were about that wake and bake life, whew. I've been sick for a little bit now. You can see my voice is weird. Everything is weird. It's winter here. My eyes are burning though, but that's from the damn lights. If I do this, that's better. That hurts much less. So how's everyone doing this morning? We're going through a little bit of a rough patch right now because this came out. I look bad, I know. I just took my medicine, so I'm starting to feel a little bit better. It doesn't stop me. It's just like that light was in my face and now it's gone. So that helped a lot. And it's early. I usually don't do much this early. I'm alive though, and I actually want to get this done this morning. That's actually why I stayed. See this? You see this? I hate this. I'm glad that it's 300 now. It used to be before, which was rough. So that's the plan right now. So the thing is, I don't really care what I'm killing. So I'm just going to go crazy with everything. And I'm just going to go for like probably levels 16 and up, like all this. Just so I can get a couple of hits in from each march. So that's going to be the plan. We're going to have one guy, which is the big boy. And now I'm going to take these away. So we can at least have better march speed. I mean, look at this. 2 seconds, almost 10%. But we're also going to keep sending from there on out. We want to train a couple people. So we want to train this guy with her. We also want to train... Thing is, Bell Sirius is not 3 stars yet. So I'm going to send Sharka just because I want to send a secondary as well. So she's going to go have fun even though she's a gatherer. But I want him to hit level 20 as well. Most of these marches might not make it. And then Bell Sirius, I think I maxed them training already like this. Because if I'm going to go hunt for barbarians, I'm also going to get some... Yes, I'm going to get some XP. I can send Osman just for the S's and G's as a 4th stringer. Where is he? There you go. Go wild. This is a new playlist. How do you guys like it? It was obvious that this guy wasn't making it in. I really don't mind it because the action points are returned. But at least now I got them all set up. So let's send him first. So he gets a little bit closer. Start sending just all of this. They're all just there for... What's up, Jag? What's up, Jaga? How you doing, man? I thought you were Jagu for a second. Jagadaku. What's up, man? So the whole plan here is just get all these 4 marches on them, gain some XP while we're at it, and get this out of the way as much as possible. In 20 minutes? Nah, more than that, like 40 minutes. We're gonna have Guardians spawning, so we're gonna go do that as well. Send a few marches that way as well. And we're gonna go actually travel the map today. Because I'm free and I got this time, we're gonna travel the map. We're gonna go look for as many Guardians as possible. And we're gonna try to level up a few commanders. Do you have zones in your kingdom? Yes. Every kingdom has zones. We have in here quite a bit. Like this is gate 2, I think. And we have access pretty much to all of this side. So I'm gonna be traveling around. I'm parked up right now right next to this. And the shrine is actually gonna open in a few hours. So we're gonna grab that as well. I think we have another shrine. Where was that thing? Where did they put it? Right here. That we placed a fort on. So this is not a bad situation. These guys know what they're doing. These guys know what they're doing. Alright, so since we're that close to this guy, I'm actually going to go ahead and let these guys have an easy one. The XP is lower on him, and that's a waste, I guess, of AP. But I'm focusing also on this, okay? Don't forget that that level 13 will count towards here. And even though it'll most likely probably not even count for 2. Yeah, only 2 people got in. Because they're just destroying them that fast. I mean, that's a level 13. It's still points. And we got the AP back for those who didn't hit. So, let's go towards this way. I see someone else's on the grounds. And I'm not doing the chocolate event. I'm done with the chocolate event. I can't care less for that thing. Give me that. Thank you. If you guys have not done it yet, which I haven't either, we're going to do it together. Let's go ahead and look at the VIP shop this morning, because you know what? It restocked. It is time to make sure we do our weekly cleanup of the VIP shop before we forget. Now this is going to be a rough week because I don't have the gems to get these. I'm hoping to get some more gems, put some more spending into this account later this week. So this is probably going to get picked up as well, but at least we can take this and this. We're probably going to need some of these as well. And because I have a lot of wood, I've been picking these up as well. Got to love the chocolate? Screw that. I don't like that event at all. Someone leveled up. We got to level up. I think the level up was Mehmed. I think Mehmed hit level 20. Right? He's the secondary here. No. Nice. We got Richard's level up. Mehmed is level 22. Good. What we're doing here is also getting a massive amount of resources. You guys are going to see in a little bit. Let's go ahead and keep going. This is not like the actual best setup you can go with. My Lohar here is not as strong and doesn't have the healing skill yet. Or maybe he does. Yeah, he does, but it's a lower level. He's only level 35, so he's a little bit weaker. On top of that, Richie is not there yet. You know, Richie is not at the where he needs to be. Healing enhancements. So we're losing a lot of troops here, but it doesn't really matter, right? Gecko, if you get 100 points in Love Beacon Quest, at the end of the event, will you get 100 epic sculptures? Last couple of holiday events, the answer was yes. For the last 2 holidays, that was part of the, I think it was 100,000 XP and 100 epic sculptures, and there was something else. Maybe like resource boxes. I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was epic sculptures in the last couple of ones. So that's why I'm going all in always, because those are going to be awesome. That's like great upgrades for an epic. I'll have enough that I'll probably be upgrading. I mean, on here, she's just doing her thing. She's super close. I could decide to upgrade her, but I really don't see a need at this point. I'm going to go hard on him next time there is an event going on. Now, Osmond is pretty decent. Belisarius is pretty good. If I upgrade him once more, I can take another commander to go train peacekeeping. So I think he's going to be my next upgrade. And from there, it's just a question of which direction I want to go in. And as you guys can see, ooh, actually, hello. I can level you up and star you up as well, which is what I really want to do right now. Let's go look really quickly, because this is defense for garrison, but this is infantry attack, so we want to try to crit this thing potentially. So what if we do something like this and like that and like this, just to overkill it? Bam. We didn't crit, we guaranteed it. With that done, we unlock this, and I fancy my odds not having him on defense, because anytime that I'll try to upgrade his skill, I can get a chance of getting more of this. If I can max this before I max this, he becomes much more useful for me. How do you play on PC? With Memo Player. It's a nice emulator. So he'll be much more useful to me with this. And if I manage to max this and this still has points open, I might even actually unlock this guy, because this is really useless for me. It's just like a waste. Now Osmond is doing his thing. I really want to upgrade Belisarius. My commanders are coming back, I know. I'm trying to think about the next step, because I do want to use these barbarians to, and potentially the guardians, to level some things up here. So we're gonna get Eulogy running. We're gonna upgrade him, and when we upgrade him, we can get these two guys going together. He will lead Richard. This guy needs to get purchased a little bit more. I can't. I'm not gonna touch this. He is no. Yeah, so the situation here is pretty dire. I can send him with Richie, and then her with Osmond, and then whatever the game recommends, just to get more kills. Okay, so you think that it's pretty straightforward, send anything you want? Well, sure, but if you plan it out a little bit, you can actually make better use of your time by upgrading some commanders XP pretty much for free, just for doing these damn quests. I'm looking for decent. Let's go here for now, I guess. That's far. Okay, so we said, no, sorry. I was gonna first of all do this. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. Damage to barbarians. This, let's see, do we want to jump cavalry? I'll take this cavalry, even though I do want this damage. We're gonna do it the right way. Can do that. Didn't need more than that. Now we got that. He's 3-starred and he can lead a set. What do I think about El Cid? El Cid is garbage. How do you spell it? Memu player. Like that. El Cid is an archer commander that has a sword. Like Spooby says. It makes absolutely no sense. Okay, well, I'm not going to send that as first army. I'm going to send this with him. And we're going to take these guys out. Because we really want to march. Take a little bit more cabs. And march this way. Now from there, every moment matters. So she, as we said, is going to carry Richie, right? She's going to carry Richie. And he... Where is he? He is actually going to carry Eulji. With whatever comes with them. And finally, we had who else? I mean, again, we can send Sarka just... Or actually, we can send Constance with anything. So these guys are 2 stars. It's going to be a long-ass walk. And a few of them won't make it. I mean, there's a 20-second difference here. I'm going to slow down Lohar. Yeah, no problem, WP. I like this emulator. It's much more stable. I like it much more. By the way, we're 2 for 1ing at all time, right? So we're actually 3 for 1ing. You were about to hunt barbarians for XP. So every single one of these commanders is getting, for every hit, like 2 to 4K, depending on the levels of the barbarians. I'm still not strong enough on this account. Not enough tier 4s to go straight after 20s plus. I'm still training tier 2s just like on the main. On the big account. So you guys can see it's a slow and steady grind. But we're also doing... Oh, wait, hold on. Big trick for you guys. Don't stop your marches towards barbarians. Send them back and then stop. You see this? You receive new mail. If you attack and then stop, you see you don't get the mail. If you attack again, you just wasted AP. Never stop on the way to a barbarian. Go back and then stop. Because I just wasted 50 AP to show you, well, 40 AP to demonstrate that to you guys. Never stop. Go back and then. That's why I also don't care about this guy going. Because the moment they defeat this guy, I get the mail back. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm just getting him closer to the pack. Never ever stop. It's a little bug. It's annoying. I've noticed it a little while back and I've been saying it a lot. Like, so we're gaining chocolates, but I truly cannot care less about the chocolates. Let's go have some fun with the big boys. Let's go have some fun with the big boys. Oh, this is XP farming. Let's go look at the XP we just farmed. Look. Cancel on that one attack that never made it. Awesome. Then, level 18. We got that little bit of guys. And all these severely wounded. It is what it is. That's not that big. Slightly wounded are not that big of a deal. If we're healing up, if we have heals like this guy. Of course, his heals are way weaker than they should be. But he'll get to a point where these will decrease a lot. So we're also gaining resources. I mean, it's a win-win-win-win situation. XP, resources, rose boxes, quests. This is the time to do these things. That's why I don't even know if I'm going to go for Guardians. Because Guardians is in like 30 minutes-ish. And I can keep doing this for a little while. Especially now that I stocked up on AP potions from the VIP shop. I mean... Go this way. Come on, come on, come on. What I did right now is a very bad thing that you shouldn't do. You should always hold your troops exactly because of this. Before you send them on the next march. Because as you can see, this guy started walking back. And this is the delay between my reactions. And if you stop them, they stop. So it's cool. The worst thing that'll happen is there'll be a half a gap because they're not walking backwards. They're just standing. We can easily get this knocked out at least halfway, like to the 150 today without a problem. It's just gonna keep pushing through it. I don't remember. I don't think Guardians count for this, right? Guardians don't count for this because there's the thing about killing Guardians. So it's a freebie. I wish Lohar was going on too, I swear. If I have a feeling Lohar is going to be going on tomorrow, which is maybe why I'm not going to do it all today. Because I have a small feeling Lohar is coming up. And also, by the way, for you guys who are not looking to spend all your AP, which by the way, I'm not saying this is a good way to spend your AP. I wouldn't do what I'm doing if I really wasn't hoarding AP for a little while now. If you guys are just trying to maximize your efficiency, don't do this. Save your AP for Lohar. Lohar is the most important event in the cycle as far as I'm concerned. And once Lohar comes up on any of my accounts, I will explain to you guys exactly why it is so important and demonstrate it to you as well. So doing this, spending the AP on these things is a luxury. It's not something that I recommend doing by any means whatsoever. This is kind of like, because as you can see, I still have a significant amount of AP potions that I'm not gonna end up spending all of them in the next Lohar, and I keep hoarding those. So in between Lohars, I can spend these. I've hoarded enough. You can see more boxes, Warlord I purchased. I'm really not looking forward for it, but this is next on my list, I think. Either this or... where is it? Did I already buy it? I did, didn't I? Wow. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's next on my list. That's rough. Your Lohar's already maxed. Should I still kill Barbarians on Lohar trial event? Yes. Yes. That alarm, by the way, was to let me know that Guardians is in 20 minutes. So when I'm chilling at work and I got nothing to do at this time, I can hop on and get some Barbarians going, some Guardians. Yes, after you max your Lohar, Barbarians during Lohar are still very, very important. I'll show you in a second why. But I'm going to make a video exactly explaining this whole thing and showing you exactly what I mean. But don't forget that to get to tier 5s, the end goal of development of your city, of your civilization, you need to max out a lot of buildings. Because at the end of the day, the last research for tier 5s, the tier 5s research, I don't even know if I can show it to you, requires you to have Academy 25. To have Academy 25, you have to have these 4 buildings maxed out, these 4 buildings maxed out, this building maxed out, this building maxed out, this building maxed out, wall maxed out. You have 21 buildings you gotta max. One of those buildings is the watchtower. Now to max out your watchtower, you are gonna need a lot of arrows of resistance. A lot of arrows of resistance. I'm talking 2100 at the higher levels of it. It's gonna cost you 2100 arrows just to level up once. Okay, it's a lot of arrowheads, and Lohar is by far the best event to get those. You're gonna get a significant amount of arrows from Lohar chain thingies. You'll notice it. I'll show it in the video as well. But I'll show you that in an hour you can make a good 100 arrowheads without doing a single thing. So if you sit a few hours or spend as much as you can on it, you can actually end up with a lot of arrowheads. And that's how you get away in the game as a free-to-play player from spending 10 gems per one to get to tier 5s. So the rougher ones are indeed the books. the Books of Covenant, which are required to upgrade this guy, which also has to be level 25. You're going to bite the bullet on this one, guys, and it's just going to be spend your gems to get these or spend money on packs. Like, one of the reasons I picked up one of these packs, not this one. This was the first one I picked up. And then I went for not this one, I went for this one, which has Books of Covenant, 300 of it. So the VIP packs also come with Books of Covenant. This one doesn't, but this one does. It does. This one has the arrowheads, and this one, timeout. There was another one with Books of Covenant somewhere in here, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this. So you have 500 here, and then you have 300 here, and another 100 here. Okay, so that's decent amount, but to get from level 21 to 22, you're gonna need more than all that combined. So let these guys get a little bit closer, see if we can find something nearby, because I want to refresh them before we go hunt for some guardians for XP. Level 14 is too low. Level 13, 16. Oh, there we go. This is what I'm looking for. This side has them. Verify and send everyone together. We're gonna put the Buddha now to be the one taking the damage, because Richard is really helping her stay alive. Nice. What's nice? Ooh, she is slow. I'm gonna have to wait a while. What's up, CMM? What's up, Ellie Reza? Ellie. Ally. Ali Reza. Edwardian. Holy lordy, you have a long ass name. What's up, man? Can we go? Yes, we can. We can. Okay, where are we? Give me some defense. Or that's the... Well, we're actually going to be able to finish this pretty easily. We'll stop, I guess, at 100 and then just go for a little bit. Me, I'm a little sick, but I'm doing good. Said screw it. Sounds like you guys wanted a morning stream, and so I woke up, took some medicine, and started streaming. What's up, Alan? You're farming barbarians as well? Good. Good. Make sure you're also training a little bit of commanders along the way, and if you can, send peacekeeping commanders at the lead. So they give us some wonderful resources, speed, cheaper fights. That's the priority. Sitting in class and watching my stream? Don't watch my stream on class. Come on, man. Pay attention to school. These guys sitting at school watching streams. Unbelievable. Where was my childhood? Hitting 21, 23s. Lohar Max, Cao Cao 5135. There you go. So your Tao is doing mad healing as well. You're not losing a single troop, aren't you? Oh, Alan, you are going crazy. So you're going for the chocolate, I see. You're going for the chocolate. I should do that one time. I should actually get one of those events done one time. But the problem is I always... It's kind of hard to get those rose boxes. Is there any other way to collect them? 4 on a farm. 4 on a farm, 1 on a barb. Because farm's giving... Yep. I mean, you're just going to have to grind it. That's all it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Like, you can see I've been hunting a bunch. I have 30 some reports, okay? This is 7 barbarians killed. And look, 5 rose boxes. So... it's just one of those things where you're just going to have to grind your way to it. You use Lohar and Mina. That's not a bad combo either. Cao Cao, in my opinion, it's just a matter of movement and damage versus resilience. Like, how long can you survive out there? Primarily because when you have Cao Cao, you're healing. Your Cao Cao is healing quite significantly. Lohar is too. Max Lohar heals a lot as well. But Cao Cao also helps him out. Minamoto is more of a damage dealer. So it's one of those things of like, do less damage, more damage but less healing. Or more healing and less damage. And what's the result? You don't get much healing. That makes sense. Have you guys seen my last video where I explained the best way for you guys to do the chocolate event safely? I made a video about the Valentine's Day event, and it had in it a very, very, very useful tip for you guys to make sure you never slip. And if you're like at work and doing the chocolates and your boss comes up and is like, yo, I need you to do this right now, you just close your tablet, you're safe. If you guys haven't seen that on the video, go watch the video. Yeah, because you're Jaga, you get more wounded because your 4th skill is 1, so you don't get the full healing. So of course you don't really get the maximum benefits out of sending him versus sending your Minnow, which is probably more advanced. So it makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna finish up this guy, and we're gonna send our marches back. And we'll have just enough time to set them all up to go to war on some Guardians. We're going to be traveling around. We're probably going to hop to the big account as we travel to Guardians. And while we're traveling, we'll go on the big and do some things there. Because it's going to take some time. It's going to be like 15-minute marches and stuff like that. And we're not going to sit here and look at it for 15 minutes. What I do is I set an alarm on my phone and go do other things, and when the alarm rings, it's time to play Rise of Civilizations. Lohar and Pelagius gives you, yes, but some people say that in terms of their findings, they're getting better results with Lohar, what's his face? Lohar Scipio, because of Scipio's leadership ability. So you have, where is he? So you have this, which gives you a 10% extra troop capacity. And with 10% extra, you get enough damage out there that you heal pretty fast as well. Me send resources to the main account. I don't have. I'm not in the same kingdom. This is a different kingdom altogether. This is kingdom 196, and the big account is in 58. So I see someone's waiting here. This is a very bad idea, by the way, guys. Very bad idea. If someone wants to be a troll, they can literally come here and just hit this guy. And while he sleeps or while he chills or while he whatever not. And this thing goes away. You have a freaking friendly city, you have a flag, you have anything, go to the flag, stick it in a flag, but don't go back. Don't leave it like that. That's so fragile. Like, I can literally troll people by just leaving the alliance and hitting him and just ruining his events. What's flaring up in here? This. I need to get this done. 12 hours. Okay, let's go look at what we got. We got another 6 boxes. By the way, about the rose boxes, very important thing. Don't forget to hit lower level barbarians. Remember that each level of barbarians are going to give you a certain amount of boxes. So if you're hitting only level 20s, it'll get much, much harder fast. Start spawning like levels 1 through 10 next to your castle consistently and keep beating those up, because you're going to get a lot of rose boxes just from the lower levels as well. So like you can see, I got 6 there, but it was primarily because I hit that level 16, which I haven't been fighting 16s. I've been fighting a little bit higher than that, so all 4 can hit. And as a result, we got a lot of boxes from this guy. We got almost 1 from each. And there's the 19 and the 17 we hit. Freebie XP, guys. Freebie XP. Let's go look really quickly what the situation's here. So I see Ulji leveled up once. He's on his way. The talents will get figured out later. I'm as of right now just leveling people up. You can see that those that are active on active duty doing something are all talented up the right way. Well, maybe except for her. She actually needs to start giving us some speed as well. On her, I went with this route just because I wanted her to do some more damage early on, as she was the only one I had, and my Lohar was still not that great. He needs a 1-up. He needs a lot, because just the guys that I don't use, I just don't set up. Okay, so now let's do the shrine thing. We're going to send troops. Let's think about the composition we're going to send again. So we definitely want him. He is maxed out, so I don't see a reason for him to come out at all. Which will just mean I'll do much less damage, but it doesn't matter for me. So we want this guy. He's maxed. He's maxed. He's maxed. She's maxed. These guys are pointless at this point, so we're going to ignore them. We can use these guys out there. We can use Belisarius out there. She's maxed out. And I guess the same composition will go. Maybe it's time for us to work a little bit on Scipio. Maybe Scipio is a better idea. So if we mix and match, we're going to send her with him with Scipio, her with Osman, and then he is gonna take him, and that's gonna be that. We're gonna send 3 marches, and the 3 marches are gonna go. I'm not gonna go gather. Screw it. So 3 marches. We're just gonna wait it out 10 minutes or so. What else we can do in the meantime here? So we were talking about all the resources that I've got. Personally, right? I don't like hoarding these. And the reason I don't like to hoard them is because when you actually need resources, you end up going like this, right? You're trying to speed up troops or speed up whatever, and you don't have a resource. You click here. Well, it won't let me. Hold on. Let's see here. So you want to upgrade this, right? You click here. What happens? It'll open these up, right? And you're going to start using these. It's all good, right? Cool. But you have so many of these in the bags. Why would you even... And that's the alarm to let me know 5 minutes before Guardians. So why would you not open these at all time to make sure that you always have the most resources available before you use these? I can see people hoarding these guys, and the reason you can I hoard these as well is that these are backups for these, because once you open these types of pick one resource chest, you get it as a tile. So it is better to have these so you can pick one in case you end up running out of any of these. You have a little bit of a backup. So let's say I run down on gold, run out of gold or on wood or whatever not. I can go here and pick either wood or gold, whatever I decide. So these ones are nice to hoard. The other ones I just open all the time just because there's no reason for you to have them. You will forget about them. It'll be a nice surprise one day, like, hey, I can open this and have a bunch of resources available. But at the same time, I rather have a bag that I manage rather than a randomly generated, like, bonus. So I keep opening them all the time. But that's how I do things, at least. Alright, so what do we do now? We simply wait. We got this in a couple of hours coming up. Well, not a couple of hours. It's like... that will be 5 a.m. So I'm going to wake up tomorrow with nice rewards waiting for me, which is good because I'm running out of gems. And because we have also the Shrine of Order, which we are working towards from what I'm seeing. That sits somewhere this way. Right here. So if you end up capturing this guy as well, that's going to be doubly good because this 200 hours of speed ups, 4 ports, a lot of resources, guys, a lot of resources, which is going to be so good because I'm just running out of everything. It looks like I have a lot of resources on me, but then you got to see this and then you got to see that. Not that, sorry. You can't see it because we're healing right now. But this one, as you saw, was very expensive. So if I were to push these 2 buildings, which is what's missing to level this guy up and get my 5th march, at that point, it's breaks on everything. It's like, cool, we are done. We're not pushing anymore. So one of you guys actually recommended for me to make a video about when to push City Hall levels. And since all of you are awfully quiet, I'm going to keep just going on with this train of thought. When do you stop pushing City Halls? So the way I see it is City Halls have 2 very important advantages. One of them being your maximum troop capacity, which grows very much as you level up. So at level 150, at level 25, you can get 150,000 troops no matter what out there. So that's a huge advantage. It makes you much stronger to be a higher City Hall. And you also get your troop dispatch queue, which really is the grind, because honestly, to get to 2 is really important. To get to 3 is pretty easy. Once you unlock the 4th one, it's pretty cool because that's right after your I think that's your tier 3s that are unlocked right there. So you're like, cool, I got the tier 3s and whatnot. And then in here you end up unlocking tier 4s. You're like, cool. But the thing is, this game's a little bit of a troll because it makes you level up 1 more time. What's up, Adarsh? What's up, Adarsh? How you doing, man? So I think that the best place to put your brakes and stop is not actually tier 4s. It's is level 22 when you unlock your 5th queue. Now, what I mean by stop, up to here, if you are trying to play this game in a fun manner where you are trying to be as fast as possible, as strong as possible, but you understand that there is a huge gap between tier 4s and tier 5s, then you understand that your top priority will probably be tier 4s. And once you hit tier 4s, you want to get a hard break. And what I'm saying is go 1 more level to City Hall 22 and then hit the hard break. The hard break means that no matter what happens, once this is level 22, I will never, ever use any non-building speed up on a building again. So in here, because I do want that 5th march and I know how long it's going to take to get, I mean, this guy's still building up. So that's my excuse, quote unquote, that I still got time to get the resources that I need, because this and then that is just no bueno. But once you hit that, that's a 5th queue, which means you're gathering 25% more. And that's where you stop and you start building up. So you're going to have to start gathering a lot. You're going to have to start taking your time, slowing down, and understanding that once you hit City Hall 22, the speed ups really need to be more conserved. Hitting City Hall 25 is great, it's fun, and actually you will end up pushing for it a little bit, but you shouldn't be aggressively pushing buildings once you hit City Hall 22, because then you will just have a long time of not doing a single thing. And quite honestly, it really, there's no reason to push, okay? You're gonna have a long time to wait for your researches. Even if you spend a good amount of money, it's still a grind. It's a few months worth of a grind. And having your City Hall 25 and Academy 25 done early is nice, but you don't have to, okay? It's gonna be a long process. So the only way you can balance the scales is by making sure you do your buildings just as fast as you do your research. And to get that done, you're gonna have to spend all your speed ups that are not building, healing, or training, meaning all your generics and all your... That's crazy, nothing to do? What do you mean? I personally don't think there's absolutely any need to use any of these, none of these to build. Why would you end up building with these guys when you need to research 4 researches that are 100 days each? You'll end up getting a bunch of these anyway. You should not be spending these on buildings. Unless, obviously, again, if you're doing quests, if you're maximizing the use for your speed ups, then sure. But if you're just pushing the push, like Mightiest Governor, all due respect, stop pushing buildings and push researches. Think about that. Building events, when everything is maxed, you done them too fast. What do you mean? You have to have everything maxed to get to tier 5s. You have to get your Academy 25. You have to get everything, pretty much everything else to 25. There's 20 some buildings that are going to go to level 25. So you're still going to get enough speed ups to push buildings during events and stuff like that. But you shouldn't be actively pushing like I have been. I have literally been like, okay, cool. Can I start the next building? Do I have enough resources? I have enough resources. Speed it up. Next one. Let's go. I have enough resources. Speed it up. Let's go. Because I wanted to get to that 5Q ASAP. Once you get to the 5th Q, everything becomes much easier. Let's not miss the Guardians, which should have just spawned. Are these guys fighting already? No, right? I don't see anyone. Are we just gonna yoink these? We could yoink these. Let's see really quickly. Bam. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to pay attention for a second. Yeah, what's up, Last Swagger? Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta take your time with it. It's just don't rush things. I'm telling you, just don't rush things. Okay, so we said he is gonna go with him, and I don't really mind if they have ballistas and all that. That really doesn't. 14 seconds, and then I'm gonna stop you as long as you're out. Now, who else? We said you're ahead, and then behind you, we are gonna send. Who was it that we wanted? Eulogy? Osman, we said. Let's go with Osman. You still have many speed ups and resources, except that I thought you were out of food and stone. I have no food and stone. I have a little bit in the bags, but that's not enough to actually. This, if I end up opening all this, I mean, maybe this. Maybe I can just push this thing. Maybe I just thought there was much less than I thought there was. Let's see. Let's do the math. I might be completely wrong. I might be completely wrong. Let's see. So that's what? This is 40, right? I'm not mistaken. No. That's 4. Not enough. It's absolutely not enough. I'm not crazy. I've been hoarding again, but you can see that what I've been doing is just, it's 4 million. Yeah, it's not 40. I'm so used to the other account where I have 80,000 of these. So that's 4. This is, yeah, I don't have enough. This would give you somewhere, that's 1.5, 4.5. 3, no way. That's 4. You got 10 right here. This, no way. You can't get it done. Which sucks, but we'll get there. We're close. We're close to get there. Nobody seems to be guardianing with me, which is not that big of a deal. I'd assume people would come, but it doesn't seem like it. Or else, what else we got here? So we're gonna send out Mr. Badass with Mr. Second Badass. And what else we got? What's my Constance's status? Because she can level up a little bit too, right? She can level up a little more. She definitely can. So let's send Constance with who we're gonna send her with Eulogy. I don't think I have enough to actually probably do. 200,000 tier 3s. What do we have in here? Later, man. Oh, the sunlight. You're joining? Cool. So I'm waiting. Sweet. So I got these guys on standby. Let's plan our trip though. So we start off with this shrine. We're not gonna go mess with their shrine. We'll just leave it be. We're just gonna go through our territory. So we'll go here. I think then we will end up here. Then here. Then here. Then here. Here, 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 and here. And we'll do like a circle today. So that's what we'll do. That's the plan. We'll do like a spin around, and from there, we'll figure it out. I mean, what'll happen is we're gonna send the march out, and then swap accounts to the big account. Okay, now that we have, well, we have 4 marches out, right? There it is. Bam. I'm sending as many guys as I can out. Why not? Might as well. Everyone over 100. We got a ton of tier 2s. A ton of tier 2s. Like we're almost at 100k each tier 2. Nothing up here because I haven't been training them. You just wait till the Mightiest Governor events that I want to get. I'm just going to blast. That's also why I'm kind of keeping an eye on these bags right here. Because this is going to be probably all drained out like that. When Mightiest Governor event that I want to win or get up there in will happen. I don't really care for Julius Caesar, quite honestly. He's nice and all, but I can live without Caesar. I could also get him from many other ways, which I think he'll be less useful long term to fight for. Charles Martel, on the other hand, is much more useful to fight for. And I am planning on working on Charles Martel. I do want Charles Martel on here primarily because my Richard is getting fatty boy, getting stronger and stronger with every time I get more sculptures. So soon enough he's gonna get here. He already has all the infantry stuff he needs. So having Charles ready to fight as well, especially if we get this done and get a little bit of starting the counterattack damage and stuff like that going. Martel's the one you're looking for? Well, you and I both, man. You and I both. I mean, I'm not planning on ending up first place. I don't think I can. I don't think I can keep up with you guys. I do have 100% certainty that some of you have farms which you guys fight with consistently during a killing event. I have no doubt of that, and I understand that that's a part of the game. I might get a farm account to fight with here as well, but as of right now, that's just not gonna happen. I do have a backup plan for Kingdom 58 though, so that's good. But on this account, it's just gonna be like I'm gonna be upgrading a ton of troops on day 1, which will give me a huge gap ahead of everyone. And then we'll see how much people want to fight for it. How far ahead do I need to get? I think that I'm gonna try to get to 10 mil on day 1. I think I'm gonna try to get to 10 mil on day 1. And then from there, fight throughout the week to get more, and then see how we can progress in the time to come based on that. So that's gonna be the plan. We're playing the long-term game. I mean, if we were playing to just get going right now, see a lot of kills, see a lot of good stuff, cool. But this account is gonna be a good account. It's gonna be a strong account. We're building it up. I mean, it's barely 48 days old. Tier 4 is tons of troops ready to go to get upgraded. On the way to City Hall 22. I mean, that's not bad at all. And this is while not spending a substantial amount of money. I mean, you guys can see I still haven't bought the $100, the $50, or the $20 packs of the VIP shop, which I have available here. I'm pushing for VIP 10, which then I might just buy Hannibal Barca, but I don't know if I'll be able to max Hannibal Barca off the bat. So I really don't know how useful he is with only his first skill. I'm going to have to look him up a little bit and do my own math and decide whether it's worth it or not. So keep that in mind. Like, the whole point of this account is to be strong, and I'm trying to not be a whale, but I do want to be at a decent level. And I don't think I'm at a bad level. I mean, I'm at 112 in the whole kingdom, being that there is a substantial amount of people who are a bit hyperinflated in here, and the ranks among us are pretty close. I can very easily upgrade my troops, get to City Hall 22, get some researches pushed very easily, and just hop from 112, sorry, from 112. I can make it to top 100 within a heartbeat. It's just 3 researches. So I'm not trying to push up to be the top yet, but I'm also not, I'm planning long term. I know that these guys at the 20s are either going to stall right now, or they're going to have to start spending a good amount of money to keep going. Once you hit these horrible researches, once you hit the horrible researches that you have here, like these guys at level 8, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are horrendous. This guy is pretty rough because you need to get all these 3. There's a lot of researches that are very, very horrendous researches, which are going to take time and energy. And you guys can see my researches are relatively low. I'm working on this as we speak. And just trying to get... I should have waited for the rune, which is stupid of me to do right now, but oh well. So as you can see, I've been working on these. This has to get done as well in order to really be able to... Where am I from? Imran, I'm from... I live in Israel. I am and live in Israel. I am from and live in Israel. Happens to you all the time too? What do you mean? Oh, waiting for the rune, yeah. It does. It's annoying. I wonder if this guy's coming. If this guy's coming for runes. Not runes, for yeah, that happens to me all the time too. I make a bigger effort at the higher tier levels because it's much more important. Too close. You're from Turkey. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, that's not, I wasn't amused by that. I was not amused by that one. I see someone else joining in 1 minute. That was my stupidity. Next time I'm probably not gonna even trust anyone and just leave. Alright, it seems like we're getting more people. Oh buddy, we're getting more people. Oh buddy, we're getting people. Charles, nothing serious. I just took a phone call mid-game. We were playing some PUBG Mobile. Trying to figure out what's the best path. People came here fast, man. I was sitting here. It's not that big of a deal, but still. Anyway, as you can see, a lot of people joined us. A lot of people joined us. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the first one. And follow Sun. Okay, I'll be the first to hit. Guys, hello? Come on. Attempt number 2. Bam. She's missing. What's up, Squiggles? How you doing? Son, we just gotta go. But I don't want them to miss out. These guys are here. I don't know where he is. I do know that this person's gone. Screw it. Where is this girl? Oh god, I think I'm too far. 18-second march. I don't know where this person went. There it is. There it is. There it is. Good. I hope I didn't. Someone tanked it. I think I did. I think my yeah, she did for sure. Tank this thing. Remember never to do what I just did. I panicked. They're walking away while we are pushing in for the next one. What's this rune? Troop health. Ooh. Get your troop health going. And then go for this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Troop health. There we go. Bam. Now we can fight these with more. Go play Tetris? Okay. Tetris is a great game. How many troops were in the altars? 229s are opening soon, and I want to be prepared. That's a good question. That is a really good question. I don't remember off the bat. But ours is probably going to happen before yours. So I'll keep you updated. How about that? It's hard to manage 4 marches. It is so hard to manage 4 marches. It hasn't given me the simplified graphics option yet, which is really upsetting. Because this is lagging like crazy. Come on. Give me simplified. No? Okay, cool. Tetris. I swear I'm not going to even get to this guy. I'm not going to get to this guy. Damn. One guy got in. Go. Go. I hate the fact that it does all this animation, goes in and out of the viewer, because it gets buggy and then it's just a mess. It's just a mess, but we're doing our thing. Infantry health. Look at all the health going up. Woo-wee. Everything just went up. Look at that. All the buffs. Where are we going next? Go grab this guy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. We good. Troop health. Building speed. That might be useful later. Just remember that. I think we can also refresh troops after this to then send for the long march. It's going to be a little rough because we're going to need a lot of people to come with us. 2 a.m. here, so you're what? Here you were watching a show. Which show are you watching? Squiggles? Which show are you watching? I watch a bunch of TV shows whenever I have time, of course. I used to watch a bunch of TV shows. What's up, Edward? How you doing, man? It's not the most organized, but we're getting the job done. Where's the rune that this guy just picked up? We're standing on a rune. Troop attack. Oh, mama. Give me that troop attack. Didn't I send you there? I did. And yet you're still fighting. Now she's gathering the rune. And once she's got the rune, we have some attack going on. Attack is good. Get this done too. Lots of chaos, lots of good stuff going on. Just woke up, have to go to work in 20 minutes. How about you? Chilling, man. One of these days where I'm just gonna be working a little bit later, probably. Did a long morning. Got some work done. So said, you know what? Let's try to stream early, see what happens. Oh, God. 10-second march is not gonna last. He is not. Can he make it? Oh, he barely made it. That's cool. We got a level up. I saw at least one level up, which is good. That's what we're here for. We got the final boss down here. The final boss. Everyone's on his way to. And then refresh troops and go for around the world. What do we got here? Troop attack, troop health, gathering speed. This guy's already going for the building. We're about to go in. I mean, look at this. Did you get the permanent theme? Not yet. Not yet. 11K, 9K, 10K, 8K, 11K. Look at that XP just pouring in. This XP is just pouring in. What was this? That was a last second hit. Lol. Look at that. Just massive XP farm. Massive XP farm. Not yet. I don't remember where this sits. Where is this at? Level 8. But I have some boxes. You guys want me to open these? Let's do it together. While we wait for the troops, I'll let the guys know. So we're going for this altar next, which is lower XP, but definitely we just want to stay within our within our area. So let me just go ahead and send here forces, and then once they start their march, we're gonna do the roses and then switch to the big account, get some stuff going on there too while we're training here. Today I'll train here, tomorrow I'll train the big one, and I just rotate between the two. Emoji. iPhone emoji, I can't see that. It's funny that it says here without ETC. And this is with ETC. That's weird. Shaman. What did we get from the last rune? I don't even see. Wood speed, boo. Alright, so let's go ahead and recruit. Our daily recruit, help. help our alliance get our heals going. Just a little bit of heals. Just a little bit of maintenance real quick. Did we get something else? Bam, gold keys, baby. Always love me them gold keys. A shrine at the end of the countdown. We will control a shrine for sure, which will be bam and bam. Perfect. And then we get the level 3 pass coming up. Level 3 pass will be exciting. Once we go into that third area, it's going to be all about resources gathering. We'll have 5 marches ready to go. So, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to send troops gather around here. That's how I do this usually. Except that, oh, sorry. Except that what's going to happen is that we're going to just send them to fight here, and then we'll redirect them to gather in that way. So this was one set of troops, but this wasn't the guys who had the big guns. We want the big guns. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We want the big guns right here. We want the big guns right here. Okay. So that's a 24-minute march. So we're not going to wait 24 minutes. Don't worry about that. It's never going to happen. So this girl is now going to carry. Who are we carrying? We were carrying him. And we were also carrying. He was carrying. Him, I guess. And then the final one was Sarka. It was Constance, and she was carrying someone else. Who was she carrying? She was carrying Osman. Cool. So now that we have a march coming this way, all I do is I send them gather instead. And that way I can just chill while this marches. And I have a little bit of a time where they're going to be gathering anyway, so if I mess it up. So at this point, why don't you just use the altar? I don't know. I prefer, I don't really like leaving stuff in the altar because then I will forget it there. And when I have a timer and I know that I have a little bit of time between the timer and the time these guys are going to be finished gathering, so I'll still take a little bit of my time. But if I leave it in the altar, I'll forget it. And then I'll just come back in a couple of hours and be like, shit. So I'd rather get that. I know myself a little bit better than that. So I got a 21-minute delay to wait. Alarm is set. Let's do the roses and then let's swap accounts. So right here, we have 102 roses. Let's see how far we can get. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Take me somewhere with a lot of crits. Okay, that's not bad. We're at 10. We're flying through 10 to 11. Come on, baby. Get me halfway. More than halfway. Great. That's not bad. Cool. So gold keys, speed ups, resources. Perfect. We're on track. We're on track level 11, day 2. Not bad at all. We are 1, 2, 3, 4 levels away from the 10 and 6 levels away from the skin. Can do a lot of things to get more boxes. Of course, I've been doing everything possible to like get barbarians and gather and all that good stuff, but it does slow down and it does require a grind, and I will most likely end up purchasing some roses because 2 accounts to get done is insane. So now that we're marching, we got all of our roses going, we got everything done, got some time on everything here. I don't know why this is tier 4s, but whatever. I think it is time to swap to the big account. You're level 20, you guess? What do you mean by level 20? Oh, Jesus. You're level 20? That's insane. How'd you get here? You guys are grinding. What am I doing wrong? I swear people are going like fast as hell on these events, and I'm thinking like, yo, either I'm doing something very wrong. I'm swapping accounts. Don't mind me. Either I'm doing something very wrong, or it's just I'm not playing enough. Straight up. There can be straight up a situation where I'm not playing enough, and you guys are just killing the game, killing it. That's how it should go. You should be playing like you guys are, if that's the case. Oh, that's completely fun. You used 5 March to attack barbarians. I did 4 because I don't have a 5th yet, but I did 4. But it's just a lot of them. You just gotta do a lot of them, I guess. I don't know. It's in between. Like I send gatherers when I know I can't hunt barbarians, and I hunt barbarians every now and then between gathering. So like these guys, you see some of them. The last March is still gathering. We got here 4 boxes. I have not leveled up anything here yet. So this one is completely kosher, as I'd say. So we're gonna go get some barbarians right now. But before all that, just gotta make sure everything is cool. We got everything set up. You can see we got 280 roses, and I've been just opening the boxes as I've been getting them. I really don't know why to hoard these, but I just keep opening just so I know how much I'm working with. 21 to 37, that's not a bad thing. 317 roses will get us pretty far. Not as far as you'd think, but it'll get us a little ways in. Okay. What's up, Roosevelt? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing, man? So let's go ahead and start hunting. We gotta go hunt. That's all we gotta do. Now, even this account has a boatload, right? A boatload of tier 2s and tier 3s waiting to get upgraded to tier 4s. There's a nice amount of tier 4s in here still. Not a bad amount, not a big amount, but a decent amount. But these guys are all going to get to be tier 4s, and then it'll be like a million tier 4s out here. It's just going to be a grind. This account too has been experiencing some issues with resources. You think that that's a lot, and I understand that. And you think that that's a lot, and I understand that. But the thing is, right, to get this done, I need to get this done. And to get that done, it's already going, which is unbelievably crazy. But this one is going to be very rough, because to level it, I need to level this one more time. And look at this. Look at this travesty of resources. So then there's this, that, and then this, which I don't know how people do this. I do not know how people do this. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna ask my alliance for help, because I'm not gonna do that. I'm sure they'll help if I ask, but I'm not the kind of person that asks to get stuff. Like with the jumper, I asked people if they want to trade for the wood that I have, because I have an insane amount of wood that I can't do anything with it. City 24. And I still have both tier 3s and tier 2s. I told you, man. Son, I have been training only tier 2s. The tier 3s are the tier 3s that I had before I got tier 4s. Once I had tier 4s, I started training tier 2s to upgrade to tier 4s. So I have not done anything on this account yet. Listen, let me show you something, okay? This is El Cid's Mightiest Governor, okay? Look. For El Cid, this is how crazy things went. Okay, look at this. This is Charles. You see Charles? You see this? You see this? 16 million points just to get to top 10. Okay, 20 million points just to get to top 10. 14 million points just to get to top 10. So if I want a chance at getting 10 Saladin and 10 Constantine sculptures, I'm gonna have to go ham in this kingdom. I'm going to have to save up a substantial amount. Shit, exactly. I need to stop cursing. That's no bueno. El Cid is no good, and is not a good 200 million. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Did you see that? Look at this. Really? Come on, man. But that amount of gems in items. Yeah. But it's expensive. It's an expensive event, and if I'm fighting with other people, especially all of high, I mean, look at this, okay? Let me show you something. These guys are not joking around. Look at this. Look, high, 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 high. Look, we are also high, high. MUL, the first non-high member. In 24, look at this. Look at how many points you gotta be making to be a number one. Look at Shin. What a disaster. This guy, by the way, has been using the trick. This guy, in case you guys were not paying attention to my last video with the trick on how to never lose your troops. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm not mistaken because I saw him yesterday. If I go in here, he's not here anymore. Okay, well, he was here yesterday. So he went somewhere else, hide his troops. But he was in here yesterday when I recorded the video. So that was pretty funny. Okay. What do you got left? 1 minute. Cool. We'll wait you out. Let's not talk about that. What, the little secret? A lot of people, a lot of free-to-play players got mad at me for telling the secret. I'm like, guys, come on, man. Gotta do my job, man. I gotta bring something to the table. I'm not. We gotta get it done somehow, right? About that event in general, yeah. Not even a secret. I know. A lot of people knew about this. Others didn't. It's one of those things where those who had friends that were nice around them would be like, yo, check this cool thing out. Yo, check this cool thing out. And there's those who are like, ooh, I just found something that no one else knows. Let me keep it to myself. So there's a lot of people who thought no one else knew about this, or very few people knew about this, or it turns out like it is a tip that people didn't talk about. I haven't seen a YouTube video about it before, so I'm like, score. Top guy in my kingdom got 40 million points just off the first day. That happened here too. Zul did the same thing. So that's why I'm saying I'm not expecting at any point in time to end up not top 1. I'm not expecting at any point in time to end up even maybe top 10. But I do want 10 sculptures, which I think you got to be top 25 to get 10 sculptures, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to be grinding to hit top 25. I want to get like 20 million points, 10 million points, 15 million points, something around that on day 1, and then cruise throughout the week. And in KE, set up an arrangement with someone who will help me with fighting troops, just to like have someone to fight and get kills. And I'm pretty much set up on that as well. So I just got to get that thing going. So when the time comes and I need to get like a good KE and a good Mightiest Governor event, it's going to happen. But when that happens, it's going to be when I really, 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 really need it. I do really need it for my Charles Martel. I really want this to start progressing a little faster, and I could use these. But I have a slight feeling that holding on for Saladin or Constance, or even just for Mehmed, might be worth it more. I think that Saladin is very OP, very OP. He's a good cavalry commander. And if I end up maxing him out, if I end up like spending my sculptures on him, I can potentially get his second skill max, first and second skill maxed, and then start doing this as well, like on the day I get him. So I don't know. I'm thinking about just holding on for this one. I might just hold on for the Saladin. It is what it is. Well, I said yesterday to my guildies before your video on YouTube, but I'm a new player. I guess a lot of people knew it already. All players means. Yeah, a lot of players knew about it. Other people didn't, man. It's just how it works. RIP training speed ups. I've been hoarding those. That's not enough at all. There's nothing here. There's not that many here. Like, this is gonna last maybe for maybe 30 or 40,000 tier 4s at best. I don't think it'll last even that. But I'm gonna keep pushing. So for this account, for Saladin and Constantine only, I will be spending some of these, as much as maybe I'll even spend a substantial amount of these if I have to. I've done it before. You need to rank 11 through 15 to get 10 sculptures. I'm not entirely sure that's true. I don't remember if it's... Well, I'll have to see, because if that's the case, I might do it in 2 Mightiest Governors. I don't really know yet. As soon as the event starts, I'll look at the rewards. I'll be like, either push for that or push for this, but one way or another, we're going to have to get those guys unlocked. You didn't know? Oh my god, yep. Rectoni, what's up? So it's one of those very sad situations, because on the one hand, some kingdoms have very strong players in them that run those kingdoms, and then it's almost impossible to win these. And on the others, the kingdom is just balanced enough that if you play enough, you don't have someone destroying so many spenders, and it becomes a lot more fun. There's an MG going on right now, so I'll give you a look. I want to know what you get a top 15 and a top 25, because what do you get a top 25? 5 sculptures, is that what that is? So you need to end up top 15. That's gonna be so rough. Okay, so we got where are we? Okay, cool. We got our guys back. Let's go for level 21. Yogi Bear is going for the level 21s for the levels 11. I don't really know who he's fighting. I'm just going to leave him be, and I'll go for this level 20. I don't really care for the chocolates. I do care for the training, which is about to start, primarily between these guys. So we got that going right there. And then once we got that, I should have taken a look probably before doing all this. He is not maxed out yet. Perfect. So I can send him with the eulogy, and I can send him. I can send her with him. Don't really matter. And I can send... I want you. Did I max your thing out? I think I made a mistake. I think I needed to bring in out him and him. I did make a mistake. You fall back. 8 to 10 is 20. 16 to 25 is 5. Okay, so that makes sense. So I'm gonna need to make it at least to top 25 for a 2-timer. It's gonna be rough. I'm gonna have to look and keep an eye on the killing event is really gonna determine everything as far as this kingdom is concerned. The killing event will determine absolutely everything. So I actually don't want him. I want him. Charles needs to be leveled up, and you can lead Cao Cao, which needs to be leveled up as well. While you guys march, we're gonna wait. What's the secret again? What secret? For the chocolates? What secret are we talking about? You got 3 and then this guy. Someone got 2.3 million points in an hour on my kingdom for killing event. It really depends. Like, people do arrangements ahead of time. Like, yo, let's fight each other. In the beginning, I send calves. In the beginning, I send cav. You send archers, and then I'll send archers. You'll send calves. We'll get each other some points. Heal up. It'll cost about the same to both of us. GG's. A lot of people make pre-existing arrangements. Notice that my big boy right here is not gonna be losing almost any troops, which is pretty funny. Most of them are not losing that many troops, but if we look at where is he? At Lohar, 158, 933. You'll see that after this level 23 guy, he'll still have a substantial amount of troops. Maybe he'll lose a couple of them at best. The training something, speed up secret. Training something, speed up secret? What are you talking about? Didn't know. I'm looking for what you're trying to say. There is no secret. I've been training up. I've been training tier 2s, and the plan is to upgrade them to tier 3s. Once the upgrade them to tier 3s, to tier 4s. Sorry. Once the Mightiest Governor is going on, so the tier 2s will be tier 4s to gain like a good chunk of points in Mightiest Governor on day 1. It costs half the resources. It's much faster. It's much nicer. And you can just keep training tier 2s because the Warpath quest, for example, requires you to train tier 2s and above to get 2,000 tier 2s and above a day to get like gold keys, which I did every single day. So there's no reason to train anything that's not tier 2s. And then during Mightiest Governor events or during quests or whatever, not upgrade them. It'll be better for you. It'll be cheaper for you. It will help you proceed with a bunch of events without having any issues. So it is worth doing that. I've not been training anything but tier 2s. Look, he lost like 50 troops. Fighting a level 23. He'll lose much less at a level 21, which is what you should be hitting if you're doing chocolates. But I'm not doing chocolate thing right now. Really, at this point, I'll go for the 25s as well. I really don't mind it. And keep in mind that my Lohar is not maxed. If it was maxed, he would be soloing these and not losing troops. So keep that in mind. I upgraded my tier 3 siege to tier 4s to tier 4s 6 hours. That makes sense. Which is why, by the way, if you look at my troop comp, you'll see that I have a substantial amount more of these guys. Because from here to here is going to be very lucrative. Very, very lucrative. On those days, you really want to have your training capacity. You really want to make sure you pick up a rune. You get the title if you can. You get anything possible to give you the training speed. Okay, park. Next, let's get this 23. Again, losing 50, 60 troops against the level 25 without being a max Lohar. A max Lohar would not lose troops. It's pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy thing. It is a really crazy thing. So we're almost at that time to go back to the jumper. As a matter of fact, that bell is going to ring in that. So we have marches ready at the altar on the jumper account. Now, honestly, these guys can stay out. It's not that big of a deal. We want to save up a little bit of AP because this is going to be a little bit of a grind. So let's go ahead and stick these. Right, I can reinforce the flag with all these guys just so they're not standing here. So let's stick them in here. Just so they chill. You know? So they can take their armor off. They can do their thing. You march in here. And who else is not in here? These are garrisoned, and this is bam. So now we're all chilling in the flag. Let's just go ahead and make sure our city defense is growing. We're at 29. We're going to get to that 100. But right now, I'm going to hide the screen from you guys as I switch accounts once again. 5 hours and 21 minutes, tier 3s to tier 4s. That's pretty dope. That's a lot of speeds saved right there. It's a lot of points that you can make with simple sieges. Simple sieges. So now you guys are seeing again. We are gathering. Anyone else is nearby? Do we have friends? I don't think so. Let's make sure everyone is here. The heck? What does it matter? No? No? Okay. This one shouldn't be that hard, quite honestly. These are the closer ones. I want to go from the further to the closer to the much closer to the very close. Bam. Let's do this thing. There they are. So there's someone with us. People take things so hard. Holy lordy. Come on, fight. You really want me to tank the hit, don't you? That's fine. That is fine. I'm okay with hitting the thing first. Depends on the Alliance Sanctum taken by Alliance Research. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you need to actually keep in mind when you're doing these things. Especially if you're pushing researches, if you're pushing training. If you're in the biggest alliance in the kingdom, you have all the altars, sanctums, and things that you need, which is what these guys have, as well as on the big account. He's going this way. I'll go this way. The guys on the big account, the guys from high really picked up everything possible. And they're all competing against me, right? So we all have the same thing. We got to get that XP going. We got to get that XP going. I want to push levels on this account. It needs to grow a little bit. This guy's almost at the 30. He leveled up. This guy's maxed out. This guy's maxed out. But I have space here. I have space here. I have space here. I have space here. All these guys have space to grow. I don't want to use Tomes of Knowledge. I want to actually get the daily XP that I can get, because the Tomes of Knowledge are nice, but I'm going to want to actually upgrade to the next level, to the bigger levels, and I'm going to need a lot of Tomes of Knowledge for that. It's not gonna be just tomes of knowledge. We're gonna need a combination of a lot of XP with a lot of tomes of knowledge. Like levels 45, 46, 47. That's... Whew. Am I Muslim? Nope. I am not. All of these levels are gonna require millions and millions of XP. And it's just gonna be rough. So you guys seeing massive XP, 6k XP, 5k XP per guy like this. There's 10 of them. That's 60k XP. Bam. Easy. Freebies. Money on the table. What's up, Keith? I'm turning this way. I'm going to wait this time, though, because I'm not about to get smacked by this guy if there's more of us here. He is MIA. We're stopping right there. We're stopping right there. Food. Troop attack. Still have the troop attack from previously for another hour and a half. Finally, this guy woke up. And it is time for us to battle once more. I'm curious. I really am. Because something is not adding up. And there might be an answer to that. Okay. Well, maybe not. Did the music stop? Why did it stop? He's not planning on tanking a single hit, huh? Come on. Come on. I'm not gonna tank this one too, brother. I'm trying to keep looping around. I don't have that HP, that resources, them troops. It is your turn. There we go. I think he's watching the stream too. I'll tank the next one. I have the Lohar to tank with, so I'll send Lohar here already as soon as possible. And then he'll tank the next one. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. It is being tanked. Let's do this thing before I lose troops there. Although he has a little bit of healing with him, so it's not that bad. That's why he's tanking. I wonder if this guy is coming for Guardians as well. We saw a level up right here. I wonder who leveled up. Let's find out. It was Constance leveling up. That's sick. Constance leveling up is good. More gathering, more gathering. She's the star of gathering. And her leveling up means she's even more useful at the Alliance granary and stuff like that. There's that. We're gonna... I don't like this, but I really want that. If I got enough sculptures for legend, which legend commander should I focus except for YSG and Richard? I'm free to play. Mehmet is not a bad one to focus on. It really depends what your situation is overall. Because maxing a legendary commander is very, very, very important. But at the same time, if you're not going for the ones that are not naturally given from Tavern, from things like that, then you're going to have to make a decision based on your luck. If you see that you have a substantial amount of Charles Martel, let's say, maybe it'll be worth it for you to spend your legendary sculptures on Charles because you're already 2 levels ahead with him or something like that. It really also depends what kind of commander you want to, what kind of troops are you going to lead. Honestly, you can't go wrong with Mehmet, you can't go wrong with Charles, you can't go wrong with, Maybe Charles not. You can't go wrong with Charles. You can't go wrong with Cao Cao. A lot of people are focusing on Cao Cao, and Cao Cao is a great commander to focus on. You can go many ways. I'd say Cao Cao, Mehmed is not a bad idea. Charles Martel is not a bad idea. I wouldn't be focusing on Caesar too much, although some people like him more than others. Oh, shoot. Poor guy. I answered a question and got him and left him to hang and lose unnecessary amounts of troops. Sorry, buddy. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this out of the way and then keep talking to you guys. Julius, I mean, Julius Caesar he's a good commander to lead attacks against cities and stuff like that, but you're really going to find yourself more, he's a conquering leadership commander. You're going to find yourself more often than not fighting in the battlefield rather than hitting a structure. So I think that someone like Cao Cao that can give you not only good cavalry and health factor, but also a little bit of damage bonus to barbarians in case you want to convert them to also be a neutrals hunter. He's not a bad pick. Julius is more focused and geared on hitting structures, and I'll honestly tell you that the amount of times you'll end up hitting structures is by yourself is very slim. It'll most likely be as a rally leader, and since you're a free-to-play player, you will not be rally leading. You'll be rally filling, and therefore you really don't need that. Okay, we're done here. It is time to go to the next place. That was the next place, right? Yes. No, we said this, that. And to satisfy, what's his face? Sun, I'll send everyone here. I'll send everyone to the altar. And now we have what a march? 12-minute march. We'll go back and get barbarians on the other account. 13. So a 14-minute march. $14-minute march. Let's make sure we set it up. 14, go. And with that being said, you guys once more will not see a single thing while I swap to the big account where we're gonna go. Let me ask you a question, guys. If you guys were able to see two screens at the same time, the two accounts being played at the same time, so it would be like so it'd be kind of like not a split screen, not a switch, maybe switch between accounts just instantly, or maybe have them two on the screen. What do you think about that? I don't think Caesar is as great for open field as you would be with a specialized army, like having a. I'm not saying he's bad, okay? I never said he's bad, but you're gonna have more. You're gonna get better bang for your buck with a set of specialized commanders than a leading conquering commander. I mean, the only good thing about having a leading commander is obviously the amount of troops you can send is bigger. But again, having a situation where you have your Cao Cao with your Minamoto, or your Richard with your Charles, is a much better bang for your buck sending specialized single unit troops than going with someone who is a leadership conquering guy who primarily is all about the mixed troops. So that's my opinion, at least. It's obviously, I'm not saying Julius is bad. Julius is also a great commander for open field, primarily because of his talent, his attacking tree, which grants more attack, which is also why I like Scipio. That's why I would say that I would go with Scipio over Charles. I would definitely go with Scipio over Charles in these situations because he's easier to max out. He's better for you with doing the same exact thing, except that obviously you have a little bit of a difference between them. But for someone who's focusing only one legendary commander, You really don't want to focus on a leadership conquering commander. You want to focus on a specialized commander. So that's how I see it, at least. You're gonna want to have the ability to send one big boy and one epic. So if you're gonna end up having your Tao Tao maxed, you can send him out with Pelagius to do some decent cavalry damage. If you're gonna focus on Charles, you can send him with a Eulogy and see a decent amount of damage. You can send him with a lot of other things and see a huge amount of damage on infantry specific troops. It's just one of those things where a leading conquering attack commander as the only legendary that you max, not a good idea. Which is why I actually went with Richard. Even though Richard is more of a garrison guy, he's the infantry second man. And then the question is whether I'm going to spend it on Charles or I'm going to swap directions and go for another cavalry strong guy right here. And then pair him up with my either Minamoto, who is in a decent level. I can definitely purchase more to get higher levels here. And then start working on the Cao Cao. You guys aren't seeing anything, are you? Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I completely forgot to turn on the screen back on. The problem I face with Specialized Commander is I build mixed troops. Yes, of course. 100%. You're 100% right. So it's a situation where you're gonna have to have one specialized or one or two specialized set of troops, and then the rest are mixed. But the specialized troops are gonna be the ones doing the most amount of damage, while your mixed are gonna be with the ones really doing the heavy lifting of taking the hits, getting hit as much as possible. So when you send a mixed set of troops, you're pretty much tanking much better than having a specialized set of troops, primarily because yes, whatever you get hit with, you will also be countering them as well as get countered, so it balances out. That's where the amount of troops you have, the more the better. That way it just goes on. But your specialized ones, especially if you have commanders that give you something like damage, they give you a lot of damage, attack and defense. They give you a substantial amount of attack. You get counterattack damage. You get, this guy gives you more defense and health. So it gives you a great balance between actually being able to tank and do the damage, but since you're only infantry, their other side is melting on the one end, is just completely melting, while you're taking some hits but not enough hits to hurt you. If you hit a mixed set of troops against a specialized set of troops, usually the specialized wins, because the rate in which they will decrease the amount of troops in the mixed set is higher than the specialized one, and then you end up with a ratio of 2.5 to 1, let's say, where you're the one, you're getting attacked by 2.5 times whatever you have, and you have the advantage. Even then, the amount of troops will just eat you up. That's how, like, Ronnie, for example, is so strong, because his infantry is absolutely bonkers. His infantry can take out pretty much anything. So that's how it works. Let's see here. Well, now that we're here, let's go get these guys and continue our mission. Continue our mission, looking for as many barbarians as possible. And this is not gonna be one of those chocolate eventing days. We're not doing that. I do want to give that guy a little bit more of a lead, because some of these guys march much faster. There we go. So we're gonna look for as many as possible. Again, we spread the love. We actually got a substantial amount of roses, because I haven't been fighting the big guys yet. Attack, defense, and health, which one's the most important? So here's the deal. I love this question, first of all. Thank you for asking it. And the answer is to be determined. And let me explain a little bit better. In these types of games, in the strategy, build your cities, army types of games, the way the game improves is played and you get the most fun and you make the most money is by having people fighting. The more fights happen, the more troops die. That means that you need to heal more, you need to build more, you need to do more. And when wars happen, people spend more money. That's how it works. That's why most of the events are fighting events. Shocking. Now, the Ark of Osiris, by the way, is one of those cool events where it didn't cost you a single thing, and I explained why that is, but if you want me to explain that, I can explain as well. Anyway, so in these games, attack should be number one. Usually, what ends up happening is attack is somewhere at the top, either first or second, and then health is either first or second, and defense is last. In Lords Mobile, they usually attack was the top dominating stat for a long time, until the whales figured out that when they max out their health, and it was super expensive to max out health, which is why nobody did it before, they realized that health is actually more important. If you have a higher health than attack, you win. So in this game, they're still balancing it out. So in this game, unfortunately, defense has currently the best success rate, but they have come out very clearly saying that they are not about to keep it like that, that they have already made changes to Joan of Arc and as many other different mechanics which we don't know about, that that will make defense weaker long term. We know for a fact they're combating the fact that they want the attackers to be able to attack. If you have the same exact amount of troops, the same exact type of stats, the attack should win. But it's not happening right now. If you're trying to build long term like I am completely ignoring this situation, and I'm focusing on health and attack, because I know for a fact that the long term vision of this game is for one of those two to be dominating. So I want to make sure I'm there. But right now, defense is winning pretty badly. It's not winning by a huge amount, but it is winning. So I know the answer was long and tedious, but I do want you to have all the information available. You know what I mean? Pretty interesting. So I guess the poll was wrong. We polled what was the best time to actually stream. And a bunch of people said that you guys wanted to stream now, but I'm seeing that a lot of the people that I usually see here are not here. So maybe next time around it'll be a little bit later. Does Nuke also come under the attack category? Nuke is... Where is he? Nuke would be what? Skill? What was nuking? Nuking was skill. Attack is different. Nuke turned into skill. Bam. So this is nuking. I need to make a little bit of a change. This is nuking. I'm actually making him a nuker. I mean, he's doing what I want him to do peacekeeping wise, because I use him to hunt barbarians. But once wars happen, I swap it out. Let's go for this level 25. Make sure that this guy tanks. Nukes give a lot of severely wounded troops. True, but when you combine the nuking with you combine your nuking, you know someone's nuking, and you have your healing effects. You have your guys like freaking Richard that has an insane healing effect enhancement of 30%, which is bonkers. And then you have a little bit of healing going on. So this guy does this, and then on top of that does this. It's just like all the severely wounded get healed up and revived, and all's good in the hood. Like, look at this guy. He had 158,000. And look, you just saw it pop from 51 to 54. And it seems like he's gonna heal any moment again. He mini healed and then 55. So you can see that he's losing and regaining them consistently. And this is ended up with 56th. When you finish a fight, you again heal up again. So he ended up with 56, even though at his lowest he was at 151. And if I hit something much weaker, a 22, a 23, look, he actually has 58. 58 still alive. It's just surreal. Once the actual final healing happened, he's still at 58. I keep hitting things non-stop, and he just keeps having the same damn numbers. It does do slightly wounded, but I think there is like a formula between, there's like a connection between severely wounded and slightly wounded. So a certain portion of the slightly wounded becomes severely wounded. It's not necessarily, so it's not really clear how they determine the they determine the amount of slightly and severely wounded, based not only based on what they say, but also based on like how the formula should work. Ideally, some of the severely wounded will then become the slightly wounded will then become severely and stuff like that. So it's like, regardless, you can see that I'm just straight up my freaking Richard right now is on Garrison, just so you understand how crazy this is. He's on Garrison, on maxed out Garrison, because I was expecting to get smacked. So all this that he's doing with the Lohar is just the fact that he's maxed. Of course, he's secondary, that's why the talents don't matter. But just look at this. This guy is staying on 58 consistently. We've been hitting 21s, 22. That's the altar calling us to go back. But let's just finish up this area right here. Get a little bit more. Stick them back in a flag. And keep doing this. I mean, city defense. We got to 57, which is nice. We get a little bit of action point spending going on here. So 57 is not a bad progress. We're at 325 roses, but I have more boxes from what I'm seeing. I have more boxes, 9 more boxes, and we picked up a decent amount of more boxes earlier too, so we should have a good like 20 boxes. Nice. So if you open that, 20 gives us 26. We are at 351. So now I kind of gotta start figuring out which of these guys I want to hit. I'm not doing the chocolate thing. Okay, I already mentioned that. The only reason I'm tanking with the same guy is because he's regenning. So my other guys are losing troops slower, and we're just training commanders at this point. That's everything that's happening in here. I mean, with all due respect, 4K at a time. You end up doing 300. You end up doing like 80 barbarians, because that's what you, well, I'd need 100 because I'm sending 4 marches, right? So 100 barbarians, that's 400k XP for free. Any info on when the Ark of Osiris is coming back? So we do have a little bit of knowledge about that. There is a very strong indication. It is, I wouldn't say 1,000,000% confirmed, because the person who said it, the source from where I heard this is very, very credible. Okay, I'm not saying they're not credible. It's just that it seems like maybe that's the long-term plan. For right now, it's not going to be like that. But Ark of Osiris should be coming every 2 weeks. So it should be every 2 weeks available to be played. I don't see it happening yet, because, I mean, it might happen. It honestly might happen. I don't know whether or not that is true. I don't remember when was the Kingdom 58's Ark of Osiris, but ideally it's going to be every 2 weeks. That's from an inside source, my understanding. Every 2 weeks, Ark of Osiris. But it's also that one of the things that, like I explained to you guys, and I told you guys a million times, and it's also confirmed officially by Lilith Gaming. The new commanders are also, Saladin and Constantine are also coming in to the game as Mightiest Governor commanders. And a lot of people still think that that's not going to happen, that that's speculation. Although it was confirmed by Lilith Gaming on their official Discord. But we don't really know when that's going to happen. I do know that when it happens, there's going to be a little bit of a change in the Mightiest Governor lineup. Obviously, because you got to add 2 new commanders. But when they're actually going to be introduced to that lineup, or when is that lineup going to happen? That is a great question that I don't know the answer to yet. But to answer your Ark of Osiris, every 2 weeks. Okay, so we got the Barbarians going. You're holding on your money for Saladin. I am holding on to a lot of things to ensure that I get Saladin at a high level. I think that if I can get Saladin to a proper level, it might be the shortcut, quote unquote, that I need to get this account back on track. Because this account is a little bit messed up in terms of commanders and battling, because it just doesn't have enough firepower. It straight up doesn't have enough firepower. And I can fix it over time. I will close the gap very, very, very fast. I'll tell you that right now. The amounts of commanders that I can start maxing is going to be insane once I actually start spending what I'm planning on. I mean, I already have all these going. So I could reach a situation where the moment I got Saladin, it's just going to be like leveling up insanely fast and just have him ready to fight. But I'm going to have to set up a mate for him. So what I've been doing is I have been, for now, working hard on my Eulogy and on my Pelagius. Pelagius is going to be worked on much harder in here. Once he shows up here, he's going to get bought up in here. Eulogy can get bought up here, but I decided not to this time around. But it will happen that I will max out the Pelagius, and that way I can send him with my Minamoto for now, and then later on with Saladin. And then same thing with Richard, having Eulogy as a partner while I work on my Charles Martel and on my Tao Tao. So that's the plan, to kind of circumvent the not ideal situation that this account is in. The situation on this account is not that terrible. It's not that bad at all. It's just I really need to start pushing more, and that's what's happening, guys. See, I'm already at 11.5 million power. I'm just grinding through this. I'm pushing for resources, for speed ups, for power to finish up. Ooh, I'm actually at 165 in the chocolates. I didn't even notice that. I could have done this event, couldn't I? Because this March can stay outside while the rest go revive, and he lost 1k troops so far, getting that kind of point. So I really could have. Maybe next one time I'll do this event. But for now, at least I made sure that I have all my solo points available, all my individual points available, and that way we get to go. You know what I mean? Alright, so let's go ahead and stick everyone, just like previously, in a flag. And we're going to swap to the other account really fast. And we're going to continue our altar journey for XP. And then come back here and do Barbarians. And then tomorrow we'll do the other way around. Is my Lohar full level? The answer is no. I mentioned this also in a video. Unfortunately, my brain was not functioning properly. Well, not exactly. I didn't know how important Lohar was. And I'm very annoyed by things that are tedious in a game. So, like, I don't like this quest at all because it's super tedious. Sitting there and going for 300 Barbarians is a lot of work. It used to be 400 too. So, like, Karok event on this account, I just finished normal. So, feels bad, man, but it is what it is. On the jumper, I'm on track, but the first Karok, I didn't like the tediousness of having to do all that and spending all that time on it. And the second Karok, I didn't finish because I didn't know how much actual time it would take, and towards the end there were a lot of rallies and mine weren't getting filled in, and I loved it. It is what it is. So I learned, and now I'm doing better. But the next Lohar, I'm probably gonna go like all in on the big account, send all the AP that I have on it, and then we're gonna be rallying Dauntlesses for days. Lohars are very important, guys. I'm coming up with a video as soon as there's a Lohar event in any of the kingdoms. I'll come up with a video where sorry about that, I lost it. Where the why you have to do Lohar like religiously, and the basic answer is arrowheads. You get a substantial amount of arrowheads from Lohar event. You want to be doing the Lohar event for these guys. They are very, very useful. As you can see, this is from my previous Lohar. I still have 1200, even though it's level 13. So it's super useful. It's super important. I really, really recommend you guys to take your time with it and actually do it. He's going offline. What the heck happened? Okay, well, it is time, my friends. It is time indeed. Someone's on his way here. How long does he have? 4 minutes. Come on, man. Let's make sure. When I attack level 21s, I lose more troops than healing. Yes, the last skill upgraded is the most important one. And of course, once you got a max, the expertise is just bonkers. But you're still losing very little compared to what you should be. At every level of the 4th skill maxed. So, at the 4th skill. So you really want to be working on that one. I knew that that was more important for me, and that's why in here I unlocked them. Yes, the experience is nice and all, but I really wanted this, and as you can see, I hit one here, so that's all that matters. I am 40 away here, so this is really sad. That's gonna be a grind and a half. So on this account, I'm doing kind of the same thing. I have Richard pretty far ahead. I have my Eulgi working really hard to get here. I really want to get Eulgi leveled up, and I'm gonna spend on this account, probably get him done first. Charles Martel will be a 50-50 question, because there is a decent amount of people here who do Mightiest Governor. As you guys can see, it's not as crazy, so we can, I mean, it is kind of as crazy on this in this case, but we can get to top 10 in here. We can. It is a thing. Maybe the beast is not here anymore. So as you guys can see, the numbers are decent. We can, the difference between here and here is very small compared to my other kingdoms. We could push for Charles Martel to get somewhere up here if I wanted to. But then it would mean that Saladin and Constantine would be rest in peace. So unfortunately, I don't really think that I'll be doing that. I think we're just going to keep grinding this account too. But at least this time I know what I'm doing and how I'm building my commanders and how I'm fighting things. Or, well, not fighting, because it's not too much to fight in this kingdom yet. So, doing my daily... I am making a video about the merchant. There are things about the merchant that I think are very important for people to know that have nothing to do necessarily with the discounts, but rather the items that are sold in here and which ones are worth spending gems on even when they're not speed ups or resources. And yes, there are some of those. This sucks. I mean, changing resources for speed ups is always a bargain, but when I need resources really badly here, it's no fun. I'm not gonna make it to this. Okay, so he has not replied. How long does he still have? 1 minute. We're gonna wait him out. We're gonna wait him out, or else he's gonna make the whole march, and I just get him off of that, and that's gonna suck. Shouldn't be doing that. Just wait him up for a little bit, and probably call it that for the morning. I might stream in the evening again. I'm gonna go probably take a nap, chill for a little bit because I'm starting to feel bad again. But I'm gonna stream later today again for the second time because I feel like streaming again today. I think that this morning stream was cool, but we can get some bigger, better results tonight with more people around and all that. Because, you know, it is morning time for the United States. You guys are all at work and whatnot. I just got a little bit of time off, so I was like, hey, I might as well do that now, right? So we're going to get these barbarians, these guardians done, and I think we're going to call it for this stream. I will be back later, probably around maybe in like 4 hours-ish, at like 1 p.m. Eastern time, maybe. It depends if I see whether or not there's other people streaming that I might compete with for some reason. So we'll see. But by then we'll do more gathering, more stuff, and then at night we'll do on the big account, we'll get the roses going and whatnot. So we'll see how we're doing. Well, this guy came in. There's no movement from him yet. I'm going up here. If he comes, he comes. If he doesn't come, happens. (2:30 p.m. here. Oh, well. You're an hour behind me. So I should be back around 7 p.m. your time. 6:30, 7 p.m. your time. Just gonna get a little bit of extra XP that I can right here. Get these guys at a higher level situation. This guy's maxed, this guy's maxed, this guy is getting there, and this guy's maxed, which is good. I want them to be as maxed as possible, all the XP, all the good stuff. The less books I need to use, the better. There was a level up right here in the Lohar department. Lohar max leveled up? I think Lohar leveled up. That's pretty cool. That's what we need. That's what we need. There are many ways to build your Lohar, by the way, for guardians and stuff like that. I need to rebuild the talents on this Lohar to make him faster, because I want to make him faster, but as of right now I'm sending 4 marches, as you guys can see, towards guardians and stuff like that. So, and we don't have all the shrines and all that just yet. So once we do, I might end up sending only 1 march at a time. How beautiful is it that they go back to the altar? There's nothing better than this. That way you never forget about your troops. They always will go back to the altar. That's that trick I was mentioning to you guys. You can do it with a pass, you can do it with an altar, you can do it with anything. As long as you send them out of here, they will come back here rather than go home. And therefore your chocolate count will continue. Yes, sir. That's how it works. Nice little tip for you guys in case you guys didn't know it. Apparently a lot of people knew it, and apparently a lot of people didn't know it. So it's like a win-win situation to let you guys know of these cool little tips. Come on, baby. Get me that. Bang, bang. Come on. So we got a couple more left here. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guardians, 6 guardians left. Awesome stuff. And 1 more level up from this department. Who was here? Who is here? I see Scipio level 15. Very nice, Scipio. There we go. Attaboy. So with Scipio at level 15, we're getting closer and closer to that 20. The whole point is to level them up as high as possible, just to get the talents out, just to get all the good stuff. And once we max out the XP, it is what it is. That's how the game works. And we got to get the skills up. Mehmet is also one guy that I could potentially think about doing something with. He does have a substantial amount of damage. And he's a good leadership conquering. Like, if I were to choose between a good leadership commander that I would want to push on, and this is something someone from you guys asked, so I don't know if you're still here or not. I hope you are. But if you are still here, this is you were talking about Julius Caesar, whether Julius Caesar is good or not. I would take Mehmet over Julius Caesar any day of the week to focus on, if you are going to focus on a leadership conquering commander. Just keep that in mind. So now that I know that they're going to go back to the center all the time, I'm going to send them further out, because I know that the worst case scenario, they'll walk back towards... Yeah. That actually made a little bit of a confusion in our marches, which isn't good, but not a big deal. Not that big of a deal. We got enough troops alive to tank that a little bit while everyone else comes back. I can just click her to stop. I don't know if I stop her and then I hit this, that she'll go back to the altar or not. We're about to find out. Constance hitting first was probably not the best idea either, but whatever. That didn't work out the way it should have. So Constance is taking the big boy damage now. The big boy damage. Hopefully she'll be okay. Come on, verification. Why you have to be doing this to me? I'm almost done with this 2.5 hour stream. Chill, and then we're gonna do a couple more hours later. How about them apples? Is she gonna go back? Yes. Good. So I can stop them mid-March. I can stop them all mid-March and they'll do what they need to do. Really? Really? Now she went back home though. Okay. So that's 9 seconds. This guy's 13. Now you can join as well. And Constance, you got beaten up bad. Constance, beaten up bad. That can't be happening. There's 1, 2, 3. And we're done with this. We still got our attack. That's some research speed right there. Research and building. I think we're going to walk away grabbing that. I think we're going to walk away grabbing that. Oh, come on. So let's go grab this. 21 seconds. 25 seconds, you can go. 22 seconds, you can go as well. 29 seconds, you can go as well. Cool, so now we'll go get 1, 2. Grab this and finish off for the morning stream, I guess. We'll do an afternoon later-ish stream. Well, later. But for now, the XP is piling up, which is all I wanted. So as you understand, there are people who are actually, like some of you guys probably are doing this on a daily basis. All of this. I see this guy's going for the next target. All of this madness of... all this madness of getting all these guardians done and stuff like that. I think that's almost admirable that people do this on a day-to-day. Because it's a lot of tedious work. It doesn't take that much time. You just got to pay attention for a couple of seconds, for like 2-3 minutes, and then march, and then 2-3 minutes again. But it's tedious. So... you guys know my opinion about tedious things. I don't like doing events that require me to sit there for so long without action. If it's like Ark of Osiris action, cool. I'm down to sit for like 6 hours. But if it's just like gather, click, move, wait. Gather, click, move, wait. I'm like, ugh. Not my cup of tea. So that's going to be the final one. And then we're going to go grab this to finish it off. Walk back with it as a token of victory as the game crashes. And we'll call off the stream for the night. So for the morning. So those of you who've been here for so long, if you guys like the stream, smash the like before you leave. It helps out a lot. It let me know that you guys like the content. Follow Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, down in the description. Look at stuff, you know, you guys know everything. I'm not even gonna say it because it really doesn't matter. You guys know the spiel, the drill, the speech, the thing. So we're finally getting to the end of these Guardians. Boom bang, Guardians away. One last thing before we go home is you grab this, and I need to direct you guys to go back home now. It is over, my friends. It is over. It is over. 4 million. It is 4 million. The jumper is pretty far ahead. I haven't updated you guys about it at all. I've done a really bad job at showing you how much it's grown. But there's a video coming out this week. Yes, there's a couple of videos of this account when it was a baby. But I'm going to make a video about this week about all the updates, showing you guys what I did, what decisions I had to go through, what paths I'm taking, and all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be an update video coming up this week. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Guardians, unfortunately, don't give us roses and don't give us boxes, do they? And I don't have any more, so we're gonna have to wait it out. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching this stream, for being part of these 2.5 hours of craziness. I'm gonna go back to relaxing for a little bit, getting my my health back in check, and then later on tonight we'll go hunt more barbarians on both accounts probably. I'm gonna set it up so you guys can see both accounts at the same time. I'm gonna set up a thing where another you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna make a cinematic thing where we can swap between the accounts, having both of them on 2 separate monitors of mine, and that way we can consistently play both accounts and you guys can watch the whole thing. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm upgrading everything. That's how it's gonna work. We're gonna do 2 accounts at the same time on stream live right there. So until the evening, you guys have a great rest of your day. Finish up what you're doing and come join me in like 4 hours ish for another stream. I'll see you guys then. You have a great rest of your day, and until then, peace.